We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the LSU Tigers. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble through this college football playoff game. Bringing it out, it's Baker. And he gets it out to the 28, tackled right there. This line getting set up, it's a first down play. An inside give now from the shotgun.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Toss play to the outside. Breaking tackles. Tackled way behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 7 yards.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed, ability to diagnose the play, blows it up.
Wow, opening drive, and they are now backed up third and very long. The sure hands. It's Mung. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. But how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Needs a completion here on fourth down. And they heave it deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy's off to a great start in this big playoff game.
And looking to throw now on first down. Worked over the middle, but it's incomplete. Now it's second down here. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And this pass is caught. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28. Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardale Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And it's caught across the middle. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they'll run it out of the shotgun.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Caught over the middle. It's Allen. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Listen, great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. It doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
They look to throw it here on second down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Important third down play coming up after that completion. They'll try to run for the first down. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Oh, the pass is picked off. After a short return, he's tackled at the 18. What an enormous takeaway by this defense.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now, defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop him this time. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Well, that's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
That's the end of the first quarter. Ohio State 7, LSU 0.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down here for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. He's got a man down the middle. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
Here's the second down play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
It's press coverage now from these DBs. Looking to make a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The offense already has one four-down conversion. Can they do it for a second time? Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. That's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
The shotgun running play call. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Ball handed off. Gets into space at the 50. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run it. I mean, they've been doing that forever, going all the way back to like Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, LSU.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And the PAT is good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Baker. And he's brought down at the 16 and would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? From the pocket, delivers over the middle. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Fired into a tight window and picked off. And he's got some open field ahead. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
Well, mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back and cover 3. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Looking to pass here on second down. Looks like he's going to run it. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. And the coach leaves his offense on the field to go for this one, needing to get a first down. Trying for a fourth down completion. Got space, looking to score. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The PAT is good. They go up a touchdown, 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Bringing it out, it's Baker. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And the defense says, not again. They wouldn't let him get loose for the scramble. Brought him down for a short gain. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the shotgun, drops back. The pass rush closing in. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down. Are you serious? The offense going for it inside their own 30. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Looking for the wideout. He's got it, enough for a first down. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down. This drive keeps going. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. Buckeyes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
He gets away with one here. He threw that ball into double coverage. Now, don't get me wrong. There was a lot of pressure. He does a nice job of hanging in there. But, man, you got to be careful where you're throwing this football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Let's it fly to the wideout. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. A missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this. I'm shocked that he actually overthrew it. If anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it and just misses him.
He pulls it in for a big gain. That's an explosive gain. They've got him, but the gain all the way to the 28. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. First down, looking to throw the ball. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout.
LSU.
Just time enough for one more play in the half. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Defense is coming after him. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. The offense falls on the fumble, keeps possession. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick it off. Let's begin the second half. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And they stop him short of the 20. Offense begins at the 22. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. A new set of downs after that completion. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line. Important 2nd down play coming up. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. It's an out route, the catch made. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Boy, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw. And put it right on the money to pick up that first down, and I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this and be a great complement to that running game, and then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
Getting set. Here's second down. They're going to run it here. Doing a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. So now from the 29, it's third down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course thinking touchdown. Running out of time in the pocket. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
They've converted one of their 2 fourth down attempts so far. Looks like we're going to get a third attempt right here. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Looking for his back. The pass is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
A risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff, and that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down play coming up. And there's the handoff. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
The Buckeyes begin a new series here. 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And the one moves the ball up to the 33. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen. And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set as some of those greats.
He's found some room at the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
And they'll set up for the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
LSU. 21. Ohio State. 7.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Baker. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. It's caught on the left side for a huge gain. Finally brought down to the 13-yard line. An enormous gain puts him in great scoring position.
Man, the defense seems to be all about loading up to stop the run. They're creating some one-on-one opportunities, and the quarterback and receiver make them pay for it with a great play.
Buckeyes are in the red zone. Now, the defense appeared to jump before the snap, and the flag comes out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's running out of time here. Got him. He's sacked.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, LSU 21, Ohio State 7.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Man, I love the pressure by this pass rush. I know they didn't get to the quarterback, but they definitely affected the throw.
So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Aiming for the end zone. Brought down short of the end zone at the 3. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Coach makes the decision to go for a two-point conversion. And he'll set up to throw. Makes the catch for the two-point conversion as they continue to cut into this lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? They'll run it here. Finds room at the 30. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
Gain moves into the 35, first down again. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
And I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. They'll run it to the left. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
Oh, that's exactly what you don't want to do as a running back here in the fourth quarter, working with the lead. It's all about eating up that clock and keeping the ball on the ground, which they tried to do, but now he stops the clock by going out of bounds.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker.
Now they run the football here. I thought he might have enough room to be able to extend to get across that first down mark, but he's going to be a couple yards short. Good job by the defense of having awareness of space there and knew exactly what they needed to do to bring him down.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And moves the ball to the 35, another first down.
Boy, this guy just keeps playing good football. He's like a bowling ball out there. Gets low pad support, running over top of defenders. Just a pretty runner, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead here in the fourth quarter.
And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a second down. Here comes a handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
Now, I like this call here late in a game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
They'll hand it off. A gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. The long drive continues. The offense pushing the ball down the field. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. It's a run to the left. And he stopped just short. Now to the 2, but an excellent run.
Total control right now, Chris. You just got to assume, just keep running the football. You look at the clock, in their favor. You look at the field position where they are, obviously in their favor. So it just makes sense. Keep it on the ground, keep pounding, run that clock, because you got everything working in your direction.
First and goal. A late touchdown here would just about secure the victory. Here's a carry for the fullback. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. Now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Coming up, second down and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Touchdown, LSU. This offense cannot be stopped.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Now the try for the two-point conversion. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And it's intercepted with a desperation throw here. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
27, Ohio State, 15.
Bringing it out. It's Baker. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over.
Ohio State offense will take over. First and 10.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They'll bring him down just short of the 20. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Second down play coming up for this offense. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Catch made for a big game, but the fans are wondering where was that earlier in this football. Touchdown, Buckeyes. It was a foot race and he won it. Kicking team out for the PAT try. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. Ball handed off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. And the defense steps in here to call time with 12 seconds left on the clock.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee here. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and it